Software stocks have been in trouble and the company valuations have been coming down drastically as investors started worrying about what AI and its capabilities could mean for these companies. Well, we're going to be discussing just that. I'm Adam Sheikh and welcome to Cyber in Minutes. So to understand this, we first have to acknowledge the fact that investors have been obsessed with software companies, and that's for a good reason, which we'll get to in a moment. So let's take the example of CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike has a market capitalization that is equal to 23.5 times its annual revenue. Compare that to an automotive manufacturer like Toyota, which is one of the most profitable automotive companies in the world. They have a market capitalization which is almost 1 time its revenue, which is a huge difference. And why does this difference exist? It's because software companies can build a software product once, host it on the cloud, and deliver it to customers who pay a recurring subscription. This gives a really good predictable revenue, as well as you can have high product margins. This is why investors really liked investing in software companies. Now, all of this comes under threat when you think AI, because AI has now democratized the way software is built. Now, anybody with human language capability and who has really good prompting skills can now build a particular software for their own use case. They no longer have to procure another product from a third party and pay a recurring fee. They can just build their own, host it, and continue using it. But apart from all this, there is also another huge problem brewing up. Now, the next big problem for software companies is AI acting as an interface. Now, to help you understand this problem, let's take an analogy. Let's say you have an organization with 10 sales employees, and these sales employees use a CRM platform or a customer relationship management platform. On this platform, they update the customer name, the opportunity details. They can also track any email chains regarding this opportunity and also track which sales cycle they're currently at. Now, each sales employee has a license for this software and they're able to access it through their laptop and update all the required details. Now, let's say we have an AI which sits at the interface between the humans and the software itself. Let's say you're using Claude. Claude can have an extension to read your Outlook emails and talk to an MCP server in order to make changes in CRM. Now, the orchestration is done by Claude rather than through individual 10 people. So here, what the problem is that companies, software companies, which have been using per seat, per month based pricing, all of a sudden, a company which was using 10 licenses, now they use just 1 license. Now, this has really been hitting their revenue. And this is why investors have been worried about investing in software companies. Now, going ahead, what can software companies do? Well, number one is move away from a per user per month based pricing and move into something known as consumption based pricing, where customers are charged based on how much of their software time or software is used to do particular operations. Number two is start developing an LLM model of their own. Yes, it's not as easy as it sounds because it requires a lot of money and a lot of data training that has to take place. But I think it would be worth the investment because now you can have your customers use human language in order to have software orchestrate the data. And since you have customer data for the past 10, 15 years that you've been serving in the market, you can really build a really specialized AI which can be used to really do some good things rather than using a generic Claude AI model, if that makes sense. So with that, this is what I wanted to say. Please leave your thoughts and comments down in the comments below. I would love to hear that. I really think going forward, AI is here to stay. It's still at a very early stage and it's bound to make mistakes and that's absolutely fine. But I think this is still the first iteration and as iterations go, AI is just going to get better. So with that, I'd like to conclude. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.